So this is going to be a very mild rant on EXO-6. So I've been a fan of Star Trek since the time when there was no other series other than the original series. It was in syndication, but the Next Generation had not started yet. I watched about half of the episodes and then kind of got bored of it. But EXO-6 has been creating characters, figures for all of the different series, whether it's Voyager or Deep Space Nine or series I never heard of. But I have to admit that I am strictly an original series fan and a fan of the movies, mostly the original movies. I think that three of the four Next Generation movies were terrible. But they seem to be now focusing more on the original series, and in particular, the first six movies. Probably we'll never see a figure from the what is it? The number five, which I don't think hardly anyone liked. Now, here is my thing because I'm really happy with that. I don't know if it's because people simply aren't showing as much interest in the newer series as they are the original series, or what, or whether it's just a coincidence that they happen to be creating original series characters more. But we have here the latest figure that's announced, which is Valeris, played by Kim Cattrall in Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country, and that is one of now three figures announced, including General Chang, Captain Sulu, and Valeris. I also received my Commander Krug, which was a fantastic looking figure. So, what is my rant? Uh, Lieutenant Valeris was a perfectly fine character. And the problem for me is the fact that we now will be having Lieutenant Valeris, and my question is, where's my Uhura? Where's my Chekhov? Quite frankly, I think that when it comes to an importance in the history of Star Trek, I would rather have Yeoman Rand. I would rather have Nurse Chapel. But certainly, I can't imagine why we're not getting a Uhura. I now own three Spocks, and there's a fourth coming out, and there's no Uhura. I understand Chekhov is a little lower on the pecking order, but he's still a pretty crucial character from the original series. In fact, there will now, with the Sulu figure, there will be three Sulu figures. And I would put Sulu on par with Uhura at best. If I had to choose, I might put Uhura slightly above Chekhov. We also have some new figures that they haven't been announced yet or put on the EXO website, but three figures, so it'd be another Spock, another Kirk, another McCoy, which is pretty awesome. These are from the Wrath of Khan. I had seen pictures of these figures from when Quantum Mechanics was making the figures, so that was years ago. And once Quantum Mechanics folded or morphed into EXO-6 or however that happened, I figured it was never going to be. But they had announced early in summer 2025 that it was coming out. I could have sworn that they said it was coming out in summer 2024. Those figures I definitely want, but I really want Uhura. I really want Chekhov. Those are my number one and number two. And again, I think it would be pretty cool to have Yeoman Rand with her beehive hairdo and the thing with Nurse Chapel, although she was a different character, the actress was one of the very few that was there from the pilot episode, the very first episode. So she'd been with it for a long time. So that's my little rant. I think that EXO-6 is putting out some really good stuff. I'm really, really excited about a lot of the figures, but there's just this glaring omission in their lineup that I wish that they would close up because I don't know that we need four Spocks and three Sulus and three McCoys and not a single Uhura. We only have also one Scotty. So, I mean, that's from the original series. It would be fun to have the older, more rotund Scotty from the movies. So, anyway, a brief rant, but not that hard because I think EXO-6 is doing a good job and getting better.